shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Right away, they'll change the look. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Packers defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
On second down, ETN once more. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What is up?
They go quickly here out to Moore. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. The Bears at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 5.
What is it on?
To throw, it's Williams. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Axel. Punch.
To the air, Williams. Williams loses the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
First rep of the game. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Let's go now. Blue 45. White. Blue striker. Ready.
Love now. That's going to be caught. It's the rookie from Clemson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Ready. Yellow. What? Red. Yellow. Set.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Jaden Reed hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
To throw, Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing is Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. 12 more yards there and another first down.
12 more yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, hold on. Yes. Combo.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ball on the 39. Here's his 2nd and 4. Side complete. That's more. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Vegas.
Williams going to look to throw again. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, here's Williams. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore from 19 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away now from moving out in front. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw now. Here's Love. Ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Williams looking to do it himself. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a loose football. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Ready. Black shot. Here we go. 630, yellow. Ready?
Now Love. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden 39 yards. And the Packers are able to move back in front. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for two. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Williams. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Williams. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Knight on the handoff. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Williams from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
33-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check cut. Check clause red. Smash red. Black ultra.
Slot man moves right.
Ready.
Love. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
33, yellow. Yellow, steel, black. Ready?
Throwing. Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They juked him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10.
Black shot. Here we go. Set.
Again, it's Love. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Down the sideline he goes. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air, Williams. ETN bringing in another one. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
To throw, it's Williams. And it is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Play action. Now Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Throwing is Williams. He rifles. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this out quickly to Odunze. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
On the double.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Love now. That's taken in by Kraft. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now ETN to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw, Williams. Now he'll tuck it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Bears 13.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
What is up? Axel.
Back to throw. Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On play action, here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Mononga. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Etienne going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bears take the chance on, there he goes, left side. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
52 blue. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Yellow, ready?
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect. and he executed so well.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He's got this one to Hutchinson. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Williams. That's complete to Hutchinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll look to throw again. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, Etienne. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the carry, here's Knight. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And now an audible here into something else. ETN up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They want to...
And this is going to be intercepted. On the return, Williams. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now he's going to step up and run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line's wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Clock. Set. Hut.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Set.
Throwing. Love. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good. For the Bears, 1st down.
To the air, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, they are not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing is Williams. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing again here, Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
Looking to throw is Williams. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Green Bay, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.